TMZ? Complex.
I might just fly, 'cause heaven is all I think
Girl, they're
about
coming. You have to stop.
when you make me cry.
Sink into the floor.
Sometimes mix when you leave at night.
The Akilah Hughes, Keegan-Michael Key, and L Key story has now reached the denial stage. TMZ is reporting that multiple sources connected to Keegan and Elle are calling Hughes' story outlandish and fabricated nonsense. That matters because it means Keegan and Ella's side are clearly aware of the backlash, and they are now pushing back through the press. According to sources connected to Keegan and Elle, Hughes' story is false, and that changes the conversation. Before, this was mostly internet speculation. Now it is becoming a reputation fight. That does not automatically mean Hughes is lying. It does not automatically mean Elle is guilty of what people are accusing her of. It means there are now two competing narratives: Hughes' version and the denial from people close to Key and Elle. And the hard part for Elle is that a denial doesn't always kill a viral story. Sometimes it makes people dig even harder. That's especially true here because this story already has everything the internet loves: a beloved comedy duo, alleged Hollywood wife drama, career speculation, old clips being rewatched, Reddit threads, and endless get out jokes. Once a story becomes a meme, it becomes much harder to control. People stop treating it like a claim that needs evidence and start treating it like a feeling they already believe. That is dangerous because it can flatten real people into characters. Elle becomes the controlling wife. Keegan becomes the trapped husband. Jordan becomes the friend who got away. Chelsea becomes the warning messenger. That makes for viral posts, but real life is usually messier than that. At the same time, it's easy to see why people are still talking. The TMZ denial does not answer every question. It just says people connected to Keegan and Elle reject Hughes' account. That is important, but it won't satisfy everyone, especially people who already think celebrity PR exists to clean up uncomfortable stories.
Comedian Chelsea Peretti is a real one because when she heard that Akilah was working on a show with with Keegan, she was like, oh, I just know that wife of his is going to be involved. So she called up Akilah and told her, listen, be careful. His wife is something like Phil Hartman's wife. And y'all, I have to admit, I don't know anything about Phil Hartman's wife. So I went on the internet to look her up. And lo and behold, that's a woman who wound up shooting him and killing him. That's strong. I'm actually quite surprised that Akilah could say this about Chelsea Peretti, kind of snitch on her so publicly. I guess Chelsea doesn't give a crap. And so that's why Akilah put the tea out there, but it is intense. So I guess this really does mean that the Key and Peele friendship and working relationship is over donezo, which really sucks for us fans, right? Anyway, like I said earlier, according to Akilah, because of Keegan's wife, Disney had to pay him and his wife off just to get away from this project. And they said, okay, Akilah, we still want to do your sketch show, but we need for you to rewrite it because we can't have anything that was associated with Keegan and his wife, obviously, because they'll come back and sue us, right, for intellectual property. So she said, all right, bet. So she and her team started working on a new script, but unfortunately, this was around the time that massive writer's strike was going on. And so that wound up just ruining everything. Disney actually decided to just axe all of the projects that were in development, unfortunately. Take a look at this tweet that Akilah made. Somebody said, oh, wow, damn, Get Out was about ... obviously in reference to the wife. And she posted this: Get Out is a documentary. Woof.
This is where the lawsuit question comes in. If Elle believes Hughes made false and damaging claims, she may feel she has a right to defend herself more aggressively. Legally, that is understandable, but publicly, going down the litigation route could be risky. The optics would be rough. A lawsuit could make the story bigger, not smaller. It would turn a viral comedy clip into a formal legal battle. It would give every YouTuber, TikToker, Redditor, and gossip page a new reason to keep covering it. And because people are already making Get Out references and talking about control, isolation, and influence, suing could feed the exact narrative she would probably want to escape. That doesn't mean she should never defend herself. But sometimes the best PR move is restraint. Let the denial sit there. Don't feed every post. Don't respond to every Reddit comment. Don't turn every joke into a new chapter. TMZ also raised a fair point that people should not ignore. Keegan-Michael Key's career is not dead. He may not be the talk of the town in the same way Jordan Peele is, but he is still booking major jobs.
Joining us now, one of the stars of the film, Emmy award-winning actor Keegan-Michael Key, who is reprising his role as Toad, Princess Peach's right-hand man. So great to see you. Welcome back.
It's good to be back.
And I will say, I was just saying to you as you sat down, like, we're a Mario family. My kids super excited about the first one. Went along with them. Blown away. Absolutely loved it. It was really, really fun. Excited for the next one.
I'm glad. I'm so glad that you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, and it was such a fun experience, and I'm glad that we got to have the opportunity to make this second one too, because this second one, it's very expansive. It's in the name, actually, Super Mario Galaxy movie. There's so much more happening in the movie, and I also am very excited to say, for people who are die-hard gamers and people who are really into the Mario lore, if you will, this game has a ton of Easter eggs.
Whether animated films are your thing or not, Mario is a massive global property. So the idea that Ella Key completely ruined his career is too simple. Keegan is still working. He is still recognizable. He's still getting high-profile opportunities. The better question is not whether his career was destroyed. The better question is whether this controversy has changed how people now interpret his career and public image. Because that is clearly happening. People are looking at Ella's Instagram differently. They noticed an all-Ida post praising her as the creative genius behind a Keegan campaign, and now comments on that post appear to be disabled. That does not prove anything by itself. Comments can be disabled for many reasons, but in the middle of this backlash, people are reading it as damage control.
Art should reflect life, and that it is our job to lampoon, poke fun at, socially and politically and emotionally and anthropologically comment on the way the world works. We're supposed to put a mirror up to life and show you in some kind of twisted way, and we say twisted, I'm saying twisted toward the comedic, to make a person go, ah, ha, 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 but then hopefully when they're in the car, they're going, oh, that happened to my Aunt Fred last week, and all this kind of stuff.
Aunt Fred.
Yeah, I said that on purpose.
For now, the smartest move for Keegan and Ella is probably to let it ride out. Let the denial exist. Let the internet move on to the next scandal. If there is anything worth clearing up with Akilah Hughes, maybe that should happen privately down the line, not through a public war. Because sometimes bridges get burned over ego, confusion, bad communication, or people protecting themselves too aggressively.